Woo! Oh my.
Another great day.
This is a crazy day. You can see we actually just had a crazy little backstage session where like every single technical problem that we could have happened.
Yep.
So, but we made it. Here we are. We're on the couch in the PLX house after a really incredible partner-led product day. Man, I was on like almost every session that I could be on because some were concurrent, and it was really amazing. I think Jared put it well at the beginning of the day that, like, let's be honest, this is the hardest day. This is the hardest day of the week. Partner-led product is like, maybe we'll put it this way, that the conversation is at the earliest when it comes to product teams. We're like co-selling, co-marketing. There's a little bit more going on there. Service partners on the success side. Partner-led product is an early conversation to really be getting product teams thinking this way and to be treating integrations as just important as features. And but it's also probably the most foundational. So
I would say it's one of the first departments that we need to be engaging with as partner professionals, which might be contrary to the typical tactics. But you'll have to go through all the sessions if you missed any of the important ones today to find out exactly why that is.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you, but as more of a marketing guy, I'm always going to be biased towards marketing. No, everything starts with marketing. Everything starts with marketing. You notice, by the way, I know everyone's going to appreciate this who is a marketing person. I heard several times during the sessions today that everyone's very concerned about you don't want to put too much on the product team's plate. You're really worried. You don't want to come to them. You don't want to overburden them. Everybody's worried about how much work they have to do. No one ever worries about overburdening the marketing team.
Give it to marketing.
You know that?
Always.
Nobody's ever like, oh, we better not go to marketing. They already have a lot of work to do. So I'm just trying to start fights here.
They can handle it.
Well, so one of the reasons that we are doing the PLX Summit, just from so many conversations with people in partnerships and other departments, is recognizing that partnerships is not a department. It's a strategy that affects every department, affects the whole company, and every department having their own understanding of the importance of building in market, going to market with partners, recognizing that they're in an ecosystem, that their buyers are surrounded by other nodes of influence. That's really where the future is, and we need to bring the leaders from these other departments in. So one of the things that we're doing is the PLX Awards, and we had Partner-Led Startup of the Year awards yesterday. And today is Partner-Led Product Leaders of the Year. And one of the reasons for these awards are not just to recognize people who are doing it well, but to really highlight examples of where we think, like, if you're in product, you should be following these people and you should be thinking about how to treat your product like something that is not just for within the walls of your company, that's directly to your consumers, that you are doing this together with a host of partners. So I'm going to read off the nominees. We had 10 nominees, thanks to most of you sharing and posting on social over the last few months. And then we have 3 winners that we're going to announce, and we're going to bring on our virtual stage to join us. So here are the nominees: Alex Komorowski, Chris Samila, Diana Kim, Francois Grenier, Mike Stocker. Shout out, Mike. I just saw your session earlier. Christina Flashin, Shay Howe, Scott Brinker. Scott is actually coming up in a session right after this, so shout out to Scott. Andrew Edelman, and Adam Broadway. So I feel like we have like a drum roll. There we go. That was nice. You're gonna have a nice red mark on your thighs. So the 3 winners. The first winner is Andrew Edelman from Zapier, and I got it right. I didn't say Zapier this time. So Andrew, come on stage. Well, congratulations, Andrew. Woo!
Thank you.
Partner-led Product Leader of the Year. So I got to ask you a question, Andrew, because I think it may be easy for some product leaders to be like, hey, look, okay, yeah, you're doing things partner-led, but you've got buy-in from the very top at Zapier. That's just part of who you are. What would you say to product leaders who are in an organization that maybe don't have that level of executive buy-in for a partner-led approach?
Yeah, it's a great question. And you're right that at Zapier, our product is our partners in many ways, which is really unique. And I think it's very much a team sport to do partnerships, as we all know, especially here at Zapier, where it takes a village. And so thank you for the nomination. Thanks for the recognition. This very much goes to the team back at Zapier for doing it all. And really, that's like where my biggest piece of advice comes from, which is to start with the customer and work backwards, and to be customer obsessed even before you're necessarily partner obsessed. and take the same mentality as a partner manager might, same way as a product manager would, spend times with customers, understand their pain points and their problems, and then determine where partners can uniquely come in and help solve them. And I think pairing that with really strong data insights and an understanding of the impact that you can potentially have with your partners is what eventually will help you influence your executive team to invest more in the product aspects of your partnership strategy.
Man, I love that. It's not partner for partner's sake. What do customers want? Customers like working with all these other products. So you have to care about that because they care about that. It's absolutely awesome. Everybody show some emoji love down there for Zapier. If you're a fan of Zapier, if you love what they do, the recipes you guys put out there, just top-notch stuff, setting an example. So Andrew, congratulations. You will be getting a gift courtesy of our partners at Alice, who are sponsoring the PLX Awards. So look for that gift coming. Congratulations again, Andrew.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Will, who do we have next joining us on stage?
Next up, we have Christina Flashen from Pandium.
Pandium! You can come on
Hi,
stage. There it is.
Get her up on stage, Christina. We have had good conversations in the past, and the question I want to ask you is, you have a community called the SaaS Ecosystem Alliance, and it's all about bringing those product leaders and the partner people together to move forward in the evolution of their business. And of course, you have your solution as well, Pandium, and that is going through the same motion. And of course, it's a specific solution that helps with that. And what I want to ask you is, what is the primary ethos of the community and also your company? Clearly, it is in the same effort to move the space forward. How did you come up with this? What is the thought process behind the community and the company?
Awesome. And thanks for the nomination. Excited to be here. So the SaaS Ecosystem Alliance was really born out of us being out in the market and talking to specifically B2B SaaS companies, many of whom were trying to do this integration and ecosystem thing for the first time. They're really looking for information about how to not only grow their ecosystem from a commercial side or a business development side, which Partnership Leaders is a great group for that, but also on the tech side, on the marketing, on the customer support side. And there wasn't a place for folks to go to ask questions to each other. I think working in partnerships and with partnership folks is great because they're natural networkers. Like, everyone wants to help each other, else you wouldn't be in this role.
They won't leave each other alone. Yeah.
I've seen screen shares with people's Slack channels, and it's just like lit up like a Christmas tree with all their partner groups. I'm also guilty of that. But it just felt like the right thing to do to bring folks together, especially in an environment where there just isn't a lot of, number one, knowledge or well-established sort of practices and education. So SaaSEcosystemAlliance.com. If folks aren't a member, please feel free. It's free. It's a Slack channel. We also do some events. And I have to plug most of our content at Pandium is around enablement for partnership teams or folks working on technology partnerships. So if you check out our blog or our website or YouTube channel, all kinds of great stuff there. So really looking forward to continuing to push this whole thing forward and get more integrations in the hands of more users.
Love it. Congratulations on showing the way, not just with your product integrations, but with the community. SaaS Ecosystem Alliance, give it up. Show some emoji love down there.
Drop your favorite emoji
and
your favorite gift for
Christina,
celebrating.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
You will also be getting a gift courtesy of our partners, Alice. So thank you very much.
Thanks guys.
Christina.
All right. So we got one more, and I know we're probably making our cohorts here backstage nervous because the next winner is also speaking very shortly, and he's probably supposed to be backstage on that session as well. But we'll get him up here. Scott Brinker from HubSpot. Congratulations, partner-led product leader of the year. Do we have Scott? There we go. There we go.
Who's excited for Scott? Drop it in the chat.
If you got anything excitement for Scott for HubSpot, look, we could not do a partner-led product leader of the year award without having Scott Brinker. It would not make any sense. I think everybody saw this one coming a mile away. Scott, you're doing a phenomenal job. So congratulations first. I got a question for you because I've mostly worked at smaller companies, and I understand as companies grow larger, it's often hard to stay true to your DNA. So HubSpot obviously was built on partner ecosystem, and it's so much a part of who you are. How have you been able to maintain that partner centricity, that focus, as HubSpot has become a larger and larger organization?
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you. And yeah,
Uh-oh,
just to make
we
sure
can't hear
credit
Scott.
goes where credit is due. This is not me. Like, yeah, you
Scott,
know,
we
talking
can't
about
hear you.
large, there's a large group of people inside
Can
HubSpot
anybody hear Scott, or is it just
driven
us?
this. So, the what?
Yeah, we can't hear him. Oh no.
Hey.
Well, it's a good thing we're doing a sound check in this session before Scott's next official presentation.
Test two.
Oh, they can hear him? It's just us. Okay, well, we're gonna assume that Scott is saying exactly.
All right,
Scott,
trust
you
me.
just answer the question. We will guess and let everybody else hear you. We don't need to hear you.
All right. Anyways, as I was saying, yes, the thanks go, really the credit go to like just an incredible array of people inside the HubSpot product org and more broadly, you know, who do this, and certainly most of all to the partners. To answer the question about like, okay, well, how do you do this as a large company? First of all, I don't know that we think of HubSpot as a large company so much as we'd like to think of ourselves as a scale up, right? I mean, you know, it's like everyone's in this, you know, role where you're just continuing to like grow, and not just grow like in size, but like grow, like improve and evolve. You know, so I think part of it is just keeping that like scale up mentality, you know, that you can't rest on your laurels. I guess then, you know, but the other thing to keep in mind here is, you know, when it comes to like things like ecosystems, you know, and these partner communities, I don't think that scale works against that. I actually think like the only way you can really scale is through ecosystems and partnerships. I mean, as you get a wider and wider footprint out in the world, it is just impossible for any one company to like serve all the possible needs, you know, that customers have around your core product or your core service, you know. And so like once you really recognize that, you realize you have to turn, you know, to this incredible ecosystem, you know, of technology partners and services partners to be able to deliver on the promise that so many customers are then looking to you for. So I don't know. I think all of us at HubSpot, yeah, keep this really, you know, close to the center of our vision. And I don't know, somebody said like at least 3 or 4 times today, someone has said, keep the customer at the center. That, hey, you know, the reason people keep repeating that is it's absolutely true. And when you're doing that in partnership, you know, with great companies in your ecosystem, yeah, it's just it's a wonderful way to keep scaling. Anyway, thank you.
Love it, Scott. I'm assuming everything you said was amazing. I only heard when Alex threw me an AirPod at the very end and I stuck it in. So sorry everybody for that. Congratulations, Scott. You will also be getting a gift from Alice. Thank you so much. And we'll see Scott in the next session, which starts in just a few minutes. Well, this is probably the most partner hackery session that we've had yet. I mean, you can see the duct tape down here on our microphone.